All right, we got a good one here. I'm going to be covering absolutely everything from A to Z on how to start and scale your AI agency. There's a lot to go through here, but by the end of it, if you stick around, you're going to know exactly how to do every single aspect of it. And I'm not joking when I say that. How to get these leads, how to book the appointments, how to close the deals to get them to pay you 10K plus, even if you don't have any testimonials, how to fulfill for these clients. Even if you don't know how to code, you're not a tech person, I'm going to be showing you how to do all of this. But why should you even listen to me? Because look, my name's Jackson Delorme. I'm a co-founder of Inside AI. And over the last year, a little bit over a year now, about 14, 15 months, we've done a little over $500,000 selling AI. So safe to say, I know what I'm doing in some regard, right? I'm 21 years old now. Most of this happened when I was 20, and we've done a little over $500,000 now. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. So let me do a quick refresh here so I'm not lying about this. I'm not making this up. We actually did do these numbers here that you see. As you can see, it's directly in our Stripe account. We have another Stripe account as well. We've gotten payments through crypto, bank transfers as well. So it's actually probably closer to around 600,000 now. But all I can show you on the price here is on the Stripe here is 512K. So just trust me. All right. Take my word for it. Because I'm about to break down everything here and really show you how somebody with no experience, if you have never done this before, you don't know what you're doing, you don't even know what voice AI does, how by the end of this video you're going to know exactly to start closing these deals and fulfilling for them, because I'm going to break down everything. So let's get into it, right? So there's a couple things I want to cover. I'm going to be covering what we call the AI agency success pyramid. I'm going to show you how we got to where we are in 15 months and how you can do it even quicker. I'm going to be showing you exactly how to start and scale your agency, the main 6 steps and every component inside of each of those steps on how to do it. So look, take notes, take screenshots of this stuff as I'm going through it. Maybe have a Google Doc open if you're actually trying to take this serious and scale. If you just want to watch this to see, hey, does this guy even know what he's talking about? Can I learn a bit of stuff? That's fine as well. But I think you should definitely be trying to consume and take in as much of this information as possible here. So let's get into it, guys. Why do you even want to start an AI agency? Why? Because, some people do, some people don't, but why? Why did we? For me, this is what it looked like, all right? Before I was running a lead gen agency, basic SMMA, I was, selling, lead gen services. I was running paid ads for businesses, for med spa specifically, and I was not charging much. I couldn't make much from it, but I was working a ton. It was a very commoditized offer. And so, as you can see here, these were the payments I was getting: $300 a month, $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month. But I was working nonstop all day, every day, and I hated it. It sucked. So I was like, how can I, make more money for the hours I'm putting in? So switch to the AI agency model, which is a specialized offer, right? Not commoditized, specialized. And the payments went from this to this: 9,000, 9,400, 12,000. And that's what it looks like. And I'm going to be showing you how you can do that as well by following what we call the AI agency success pyramid. And so there's a couple main steps inside of here, right? There's 6 main steps: niche selection, client acquisition, prospect qualification, deal closure, fulfillment outsourcing, and process repetition, right? So niche is, of course, picking your niche, what market you want to go after specifically. Client acquisition is getting these leads, getting the clients coming through, booking appointments with you. Prospect qualification is making sure you're getting qualified businesses. I'm going to go pretty deep into that as well, because you don't want unqualified businesses booking with you, right? How to close these businesses, how to fulfill for them, which is just building the AI itself, and then how to repeat this process and get it automated, right? Because that's the beautiful thing. So guys, firstly, over the last 15 months, my business partner and I, we did this the hard way. We didn't know what we were doing at the start, right? We were in the same position that a lot of you guys were. Zero knowledge on it, don't know how to build AI, don't know what to do, nothing. But so we had to spend a lot to learn. We spent over $100,000 over the last 15 months or so paying people to teach us how to market, sell, fulfill, how to qualify these businesses, how to build systems, how to scale overall, how to get analytics to track all this sort of stuff. We've also spent about $150,000 on ads to test campaign structure, whole funnel processes, qualification processes, booking processes, triaging, appointment setting, absolutely everything. So we spent, safe to say, a ton of money to learn all this. And so I'm going to show you guys how to do this the easy way, because we did it the hard way. I don't want you guys to have to do it the hard way as well. The easy way is much better. So I'm going to show you guys how you can do that here. So let's get into the actual good stuff here now. All right. So let's move over to here. This is the process. This is what we're going to be covering in this video. So identifying a business need, right? Because you need to have something that is actually appealing to these businesses, right? Selecting a profitable niche. And this is a big one that I really want to cover, because a lot of people struggle with picking a niche when they shouldn't. It's normal, but you shouldn't. And so I'm going to help you with that, give you clarity. These two go hand in hand. So does this: developing an AI offer. That's number 3. Number 4, outreaching to businesses. Number 5, closing the deals. And number 6, delivering the AI solution. All right. So we're going to be covering all this here. Let's actually get into the first thing here, which is identifying a business need. So let's scroll up here, right? So there's 3 main things that are essential for businesses to be profitable, right? And this is usually what businesses are willing to pay the most for because they get a direct monetary value for it, right? They get a monetary gain by investing in lead gen, appointments, or sales, right? There's other things in the business that they can invest in that help them, but they don't necessarily directly correlate to revenue like sales, appointments, and lead gen does, right? That's why businesses are usually willing to invest a lot in that. Now, so in terms of lead gen, right? It's crucial. It's crucial for attracting potential customers and expanding the market reach. And this is what businesses are doing. Right? This is lead gen. This is through paid ads, organic content, cold outreach, all these sorts of things, right? Us, we typically do paid ads. As I told you, we spent about 150,000 in the last year on paid ads, and paid ads is our bread and butter. That's how we help all our clients get all our partners get their clients, and so on and so forth. Paid ads is the best way to go, most scalable, most leveraged, all that sort of stuff. And I'll get into that a little bit here as well. I have other videos going over the cold outreach process, but I'll quickly go over this for people who aren't in a position to invest in paid ads and take this clearly here, right? Write this stuff down because I'm going to drop some sites here that you can use for it. So one, bulk accounts buy. That's where you can buy Facebook accounts. They're warmed up, they're aged. It's $4 per Facebook account. That's what I did when I did cold outreach. I used that. I bought 10 of them so I could do 10 times the outreach every day. That's what I used. Then you're going to need to get something called Hide My Account. This is where you could host all of those Facebook accounts. You're going to need another thing called proxies. You can go proxysale.com. And so on there, you're going to buy proxies. They're 30 cents a pop for 3 months, I believe, very cheap. And what you do is you connect these proxies to your Facebook accounts. You do that inside of Hide My Account. And so this might sound a little complex, but those are the 3 sites: bulk accounts buy, proxy sale, and Hide My Account. You'll need to download Hide My Account. You'll connect all of these. And what this does is it allows you to use 10 plus or as many Facebook accounts as you want, connected with a proxy, which gives them their own IP address. This might sound confusing, I know, but if you just go with those 3 websites, you can do cold outreach 10 times, 20 times faster. That's what I did. There's also the paid ad side of things. When it comes to paid ads, there's a few different ways you can go about it. You can, do Facebook, Instagram ads, which we do. You can do Google ads, YouTube ads, LinkedIn ads. They all work and they all have different benefits. Meta ads are the best to start. They're the most affordable and can get you to 100K a month with just meta ads, 50, 100K a month, no problem. And that's our bread and butter. That's what we can really help you with. And so I'll get into that in a little bit, but I'm just kind of speeding through here. So lead gen, these are the main things that businesses are willing to pay for. Lead gen, appointments, sales. The AI is primarily appointment booking, right? We have a lot of people who do well just selling the AI. We just sell the AI. We also have partners who sell lead gen and help with sales. There's different ways you can go about this, right? You can run leads for the business that you close, run ads for them, sorry. The people that book from the ads come through, or the people that opt into the ads are now in your system. Some will book organically, but you can have the AI set up to call these leads. Now you have 2 of these 3 things taken care of, right? You're running ads, which is generating leads. You have the AI set up to call these leads and book them in. That alone, you're definitely able to charge 10, 15, even 20K for. No problem. Now, if you have the sales component, which we don't typically do ourselves, but I know people who do and it does work. You can place closers. You can do sales training if you're in the position and you have the knowledge to be able to help with sales. A lot of people in the beginning don't, which is fine. You can just offer AI. You can just offer lead gen and AI. Regardless, you want to have voice AI in there. And so with the sales side of things, you can definitely place closers. And if you're doing this is the entire infrastructure now, right? This is the entire sales process. And if you're building funnels and stuff for them, which now you're getting to a pretty hefty offer, now you're looking at 20, 30, you can even go 50K up front for this plus rev share. You can get pretty hefty with this. But a lot of you don't overthink it. Just start with the voice AI and you can charge 5, 10, 15K for that. No problem. So that's what's essential for business profitability. All right. So those are the business needs. And look, if this is a lot of information coming at you, and I know I might be sounding like Eminem on Rap God here as I'm talking super, super quick, try to take in as much as you can. I'm going to go through this because I don't want this video to be like 2 hours long. It's probably going to be close to 45 minutes an hour though. So now let's go to step 2, selecting a profitable niche. Now, there's a lot of different niches you can go for here. Let me actually full screen this here. That's much better. That's much, much better. So there's a few different things you can go after, right? A few different niches. Best part about this, we just did a live masterclass webinar on Saturday. One of the biggest things I was emphasizing is that every niche works. Niches are just the container, right? The niches are just the market you're going after. With Voice AI specifically, every industry can benefit from it or can benefit from using it. The most important thing is not the niche, but the systems you have in place, which we're going to cover in this video as well. But the systems are what convert, right? Because every single niche has profitable and qualified businesses, and they have unqualified businesses. Every single niche, I can tell you that. Every niche has businesses making 50, 100, a million a month, Every industry has businesses making 500, 100, 1,000 bucks a month. Qualified versus unqualified are in every single niche. You need to have the systems in place to get those qualified businesses on your calendar. What that looks like, good lead gen, good qualification processes throughout, filtering out the unqualified businesses and letting the qualified businesses get through a triaging process in place, whether it's AI or human, to call the person when they book in, confirm all their information, make sure what they said is accurate, they are as qualified as they said, and then getting them on the call and closing them. We're going to go through all of that, but that is why the niche is much less of an issue than people think. I've spoken to people who say they spent 3 months, 6 months, a year picking a profitable niche, which is just, it's almost just sad to hear. It's unfortunate because you do not need to be spending that kind of time. You can pick a niche in 2 minutes. You can throw a dart at a wall of different niches and just pick whichever one it lands on. You can spin a wheel with 100 different niches, and whatever one it lands on, you can go after and you can do well. So stop trying to overthink the niche. Here are some good ones: home services, roofers, HVAC, plumbers, pool openers, electricians, construction, lawyers, accountants, dentists, doctors, real estate agents, coaches, consultants, e-commerce, SaaS, marketing agencies. We have seen people build the AI to every single one of these businesses here. Every single niche. Even niches that are outside of this, that are more obscure, nonprofits, art galleries, picture frame companies, fireplace companies, they have all used the AI. Would you guys have thought fireplace companies was a good niche? I definitely would have. I definitely wouldn't have. I never would have thought that, but it is because they can use it and they make phone calls. Simple as that. So please, please, please don't overthink the niche. It's the systems that make you the money, not the niche you're going after. If your systems are in place, that's how you can close any niche. That's why we have no problem working with businesses and helping them do well in any niche. Any niche you can start an AI agency in. We have 100% confidence we can help somebody get to 10, 50K a month in any niche because we have the systems. The systems work. We replicate them with every partner we work with. And that's how we know. I don't care what niche you're going after. The systems are the same. The systems work every single time. And that's why we do well in every niche for every partner that we work with. And so if you guys actually are interested in working with us directly, I'm going to put a couple links below. You can check it out. But again, that's not the main purpose of this video. So let's get into it. You guys will have enough in this video to start yourself without even needing us. So let's keep it going here. Now, you selected a niche, hopefully. You kind of have an idea of what the businesses are looking for. Now, develop the AI offer, right? So now you need to create and bundle a nice offer together for these businesses. So let's come down here. There's a few things you do want to keep in mind with this, right? There's a lot of stuff that you can build the AI for. There's not just voice AI tools. You can use a lot of different other tools, right? Me personally, I like to use our platform. This is Insight. You guys have probably seen it in other videos if you've seen in my videos before or Nick's videos. But if you're new here, this is our software. This is Insight AI. But again, there's other softwares you can use. We don't force you to use ours. Some of our clients use Synflow, Vappy, Bland. They all work. They all work. It's just about having the systems in place again, right? As long as you have a voice AI platform that works good and the systems are in place, you can do very, very well. As you can see, you got Nick up here. I was playing around with our white label feature that we just added, a month or two ago, and I threw Nick's picture up there instead of the logo. But you guys can white label the platform as well. If you become a partner, you get full access to white label as your own and everything. But we can get back over here. So there's a few things, right? Lead gen. The lead gen, right? So this is all part of the offer. Let's say you do lead gen, the appointment setting, and the conversion, right? Because like we spoke about earlier, those are the main things that businesses are willing to pay for, right? Lead gen, appointments, and sales. So let's come back down here, and these are the 3 sections for that, right? There's 3 main things. Lead gen, targeted ads. So you can run ads, AI optimization, proven funnels, and lead tracking, right? The big ones here are the targeted ads and proven funnels. You can build funnels for businesses. You can run their ads. Now, what kind of ads are you running for these businesses, right? What type of ads? There's a few different ways you can go about this as well. So firstly, you have the classic Facebook, Instagram ads. I recommend starting there. It's the most affordable, it's the cheapest, and you can get great results. That's what we do. You can run ads on other platforms. It's a bit more expensive, does work. Stick to Meta, don't overcomplicate it. Now, what type of creatives do you run? Again, there's a couple different options. There's the traditional demo ad. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll show you that right here. So this here is called Veed. This is the software that we created all of our demo ads on. As you can see, this is the demo ad. Very straightforward. It's a demo recording of the AI speaking to somebody, and you run it as an ad with subtitles, a cool little sound wave. And you guys have probably seen these. If you've seen any ads, they're probably looking like this. We started these actually back in January of 2024. We were the first ones to run these, and they crush. I've never, still to this day, seen ads perform like that right off the bat. It was ridiculous. And now everybody runs them. They still do very good though. If you have good demos, you have a good AI, and you have good processes afterwards, these ads still do very, very well. And so I'm going to show you real quick what this looks like.
Listen, you need to stop calling this number. This is the 5th fucking time this week that you're calling. Okay? I'm tired of these calls.
I completely understand, Nick. The reason for my call today is to ensure that you and your loved ones have the best insurance coverage possible. Am I correct in assuming that you're interested in protecting what matters most to you?
Yes, I am, but you guys have just been really fucking annoying me.
I apologize if our previous calls have been a nuisance, Nick. At Insurance Plus, we understand the importance of safeguarding your assets and providing financial security for your family. We make sure to offer you comprehensive insurance coverage to protect your home, vehicles, and loved ones, along with expert guidance on navigating the complexities of insurance policies and
okay. Can we get on with this? How can you help me? What plans do you have? Like, what's the next steps?
I'd like to invite you to schedule a complimentary consultation with one of our insurance specialists. During this session, we'll assess your current coverage, identify any gaps or potential savings, and customize a plan that meets your specific needs. How does that sound?
That sounds fine.
There. So as you can see, that's a little 1 minute snippet from a call recording that my business partner Nick made. That ad actually did very, very well. You know, it stands out. There's the beeps, the cursing, all that sort of stuff. It stands out a lot as an ad. That's an example of a demo that does very, very good as an ad creative. And so there's a couple other things you can run. You can do ones where you're just sitting there and you have your phone and you're speaking to the AI live with you on the camera. That works very good as well. Anything demonstrating the AI works good. You can also run things like this. There are AI UGC ads. So things like Creatify, Arcads, if you've seen them, they are, you know, talking head videos, UGC, user generated content, and they're AI. So these are not real people. These are AI. You can have them say whatever you want. Again, they work. I don't think they work as good as the demos, to be honest. They're just very easy. They're just easy to make, right? It doesn't take long. You don't have to do much work. But again, it's still just a talking head video, not super, entertaining or, not the best ad, right? It doesn't catch your attention like the demo ad does when it's swearing and stuff, right? And so, not to say these don't work. These are different options you can run. Then you want to test out good different primary text, headlines, all that sort of stuff. But look, those are the types of ads that you're going to want to be playing with. And those are the ones we've seen do the best. And so that's for you specifically. And now when you're running it for a business, same thing. When you're running ads for a business, you can do Arcads. You can try creating hired UGC, real people. All this sort of stuff works good. Or you have a media buyer, right? That's also good. But in terms of the AI side of things, right? In terms of the appointment setting, this is where the AI shines, right? Just pure voice AI appointment setting. Very, very powerful. This is what 95% of the people who we work with that are selling the AI and us to businesses, they all want it for appointment bookings. That's where you can really make good money because there's a lot of things you can do with it. AI follow-ups, automated sequences, lead qualification, calendar booking. Like imagine you're talking to a business and you tell them, yeah, this one AI agent, it can follow up with all of your leads every single day for as long as you want, as many times a day as you want. We can also send out automated sequences, which is just through Go High Level or anything. Lead qualification, when somebody books, we can have the AI call them, qualify them, or just when leads come through, the AI will call them, qualify them, make sure they're good, and then book them in for an appointment. How does that sound? Tell me that's not something that a business would pay a ton for. Of course they would, because you can automate so much for them. And then when it comes to the sales side of things, right, you can use the AI for sales. I usually don't recommend it unless it's very low ticket sales. But again, like we spoke about earlier, up here, there's other things you can do with the sales, right? If you do want to do the sales side of things, you can place a closer, you can do sales training, all this sort of stuff, but only do it if you're in the position where you can actually benefit them with it, right? There's no point forcing that into your offer if you're not good at sales or that's not something you want to do. There's no point, training, closer placement, coaching, AI assistant, those all work, but there's just no point unless that's what you specialize in, right? And so all you really need is the AI appointment setter. You can offer lead gen and that sort of stuff as well, and that will just make your offer more appealing. So I hope this is all making sense to you guys so far. If you guys have any questions about any of this, leave a comment and I will answer it. And so next thing here is the outreach to businesses. All right, guys. And this is where you can start moving into actually building the sales process, making money, all this sort of stuff, right? So now outreaching to businesses. When it comes to this here, there's a few different things we can do, right? So the client acquisition process for AI, acquire leads. How do we acquire leads? The ads, kind of like I mentioned there, right? So there's a few different ways we can acquire leads. One is paid ads, using those demo ads, the UGC, AI ads, all that sort of stuff, right? And that's the paid acquisition here. Use paid ads like Facebook to attract clients. There's also ways you can do organic content, right? Organic content is this YouTube video, for example, right? This is probably going to generate us leads. Nick posts YouTube videos as well. That's going to generate us organic leads. It's free, doesn't cost money, and you just provide value to people, give information, and people see that you can help them, so they become a lead and they opt in whatever way, right? And so There's also the way where you can do cold outreach. Like I kind of mentioned earlier briefly, that's with the Facebook accounts, the proxies, and hide my account. Those are ways you can really maximize cold outreach. You can hire VAs to do cold outreach. All these sorts of things are good ways that you can go about getting leads, generating leads. That's step one in this whole sales process, right? Outside of creating your offer, in terms of just the sales process itself, getting leads is step one. So those are the main ways you can do that. And now converting the leads, right? So you have a lead come through, they book a call. Firstly, in this process, right? So let's go back up to the success pyramid, the AI agency success pyramid, right? So we did the first three things we spoke about are really all in niche selection. Now we're talking about client acquisition, right? So client acquisition is generating the leads, and now the prospect qualification, right? So let's say you generate the leads. Now, how do we qualify them? There's a couple different ways we can go about this, and there's a couple different ways we do this ourselves. So let's say you have 10 leads opt into your ad, right? Maybe you get 1-2 bookings just organically from them, right? They're interested, they book right off the bat, warm leads. You have these other leads who just opted in. There's a couple ways you can go about booking them in, right? You can have the AI call them, you can have a human call them, you can have nurturing sequences, all this sort of stuff. Now, let's say they are in your ecosystem, they're checking out some of your stuff. There's going to be a good portion of them that aren't qualified. There's just no point getting them on your calendar because they're not going to be qualified. How do we know if they're qualified or not? Us personally, we have a couple different forms that they fill out throughout the process. One is when they are off the VSL page to the calendar page. There's a quick question there, financially qualify them. We will filter them out, or if they meet the qualifications, they'll be able to go to the next page, which is the calendar booking, where you have more questions asking them about their business, their website link. All these sorts of things play into us knowing if they're qualified. Because if people say, hey, I don't have a website, it's a bit of a red flag, right? Sometimes it's not, but usually it is. And there's other things like, how much are you making currently? What's your biggest bottleneck in the business? What are your goals with the AI agency? How much do you have to invest currently? All of these are things that let us know how qualified the prospect is. And based on these answers, they will either get redirected to book a call or redirected to our free school where they can just go learn for free. So either way, we're giving them value, but we're not letting them book a call and take a spot on our calendar unless we know they're qualified to potentially close as an actual client with us, right? And so you guys want to have similar processes in place. And so when it comes to the funnel, there's a couple ways we can set this up, right? One is important. One is having a VSL. You can't go wrong with this. The classic VSL funnel, this still works good. We have this up running right now. And so as you can see here, you have about
before you book a call.
Let me pause that. You have about a 25-minute VSL here. We have a headline calling out business owners doing at least 50K per month because we don't want people doing less than 50K per month, about 600K a year. That range to about 10 million a year is the sweet spot. And now appointments at 10,000 leads per minute using our conversational AI infrastructure. Appealing headline to draw them in. This VSL is very, very in-depth. If you guys go and watch this all the way through, if you're like really dedicated and you want to see this exactly, watch this whole video through. This VSL is very, very in-depth. We structured this and scripted it in a very specific way to do the main things that everybody should have their VSLs do. And we set our partners up with a very similar structure while making it unique to them and their offer and their niche specifically. And so in this case, what we're really focusing on is three main things. One, handling the main objections that people usually have. We want to pre-handle these so they don't even bring them onto the call. There's a couple things, right? Getting ready right away, like wanting to do this instantly. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'll do this down the line. So we really push how if you are a business owner and you implement this now, you will be ahead of all your competitors. If you don't, you will have to implement it down the line just to keep up with the businesses who do. That's putting fear into them that, hey, we do need this. There's other things like the pricing, all that sort of stuff, which we handle here based on the value that they get on the output, which I'll kind of talk about a bit more on the actual sales side of things in the next step. But that's the first thing, handling the main objections. Number two is answering the main questions. Last thing you want is for your sales call to turn into a Q&A of just 100 questions. So answer as many as you can in the VSL. That's number two. Number three is selling them, making them want to buy more after they watch it than they did before. That's the whole point of a VSL. When somebody watches your VSL, they go through your whole sales process and they get on a call with you, they should already be 30 to 75, 80% sold by the time they get on the call. They just kind of want to see that you're real, you can actually do what you're saying, et cetera, et cetera. And so that's a big part of this here. And then we have some case studies down below, just to let them know certain results that we've gotten for businesses in certain industries, all this sort of stuff, more common industries we've worked with, a couple demos down below. And then they can click book a free demo call, nothing too crazy. And then they get brought to, as I kind of mentioned there, a qualification page. Very, very straightforward. We want to see what their MRR is. If they pick 0 to 10K a month, we kick them out. They don't even get to book a call. They get sent to our disqualification page, just letting them know, hey, unfortunately, you don't qualify to work with us right now. Anything above that, we do let go through, because sometimes 10 to 25K a month businesses are still in a position to be willing to pay 5, 10K up front. So we still let them through. 25K to 50K and above are usually pretty green flags when we see that come through, as long as everything else makes sense, right? The decision makers are showing up. They're looking to get started with this pretty quickly, those sorts of things. And then they get sent to a calendar page to book, which, since I just don't want to fill out this form right now because it triggers some other things, I'm just going to show you what the calendar page looks like. It's very straightforward. It's quite literally just the Calendly. That's it. So book a call with the Insight team. And that is it. Book a call with the Insight team, and you get to pick a time. And then there's some questions on this side here. Phone number, website link. What does your business do in 1 to 3 sentences? Like you're talking to a 6th grader. Are you ready to scale? Investment questions, all that sort of stuff. So pretty straightforward there. And then after this, they get sent to a thank you page. So there's the thank you page. And on here, it's very, very straightforward again as well. There's a thank you page video where I'm just saying, thank you for booking your call. I'm just telling them the next couple steps to do. Watch this video. Make sure you confirm your invitation so that you actually show up. And then our VSL is down here again below, making sure they watch the whole thing. Because again, the VSL is very important for them to watch. So that's the funnel. That's the type of funnel we set our partners up with. That's the type of funnel I recommend you have in place there. And then when they book a call, you want to have some other qualifications in place, right? As soon as somebody books a call, that sends a notification to our sales coordinator. He calls that lead, or the person that just booked in, the prospect, make sure the information they filled out is accurate and they're actually qualified. And then when he's done that call, which is usually 5 to maybe 20-minute call, he submits a form giving us more information about the client, giving us a rating between 1 to 4, 1 being not qualified at all, 4 being they're ready to pay. And that gives us a good idea, gives our closer a good idea of what to expect on the call when they hop on. Very, very, thorough process, and it does very, very well. So now let me go back up to the success pyramid here. Now you're done client acquisition, your prospect, they're qualified. How do you get them to pay you? That's a big question, right? How do you get them to pay you, especially if you have no testimonials, especially if you have no case studies, no experience? How do you actually get somebody to give you 10 grand up front, $10,000? One is the belief. You need to believe in yourself. I know there's a lot of people that have that self-doubt, almost imposter syndrome. Like, man, why would they pay me 10K up front? I don't even know what I'm doing. I've never closed a deal before. Why would somebody pay me 10K up front? Get that belief out of there, man. Get that out of your head, because this might sound crazy, but something a lot of people overlook is the fact that every single person you see who's making money that you want to be making, maybe myself included, at one point closed their first client with no testimonials beforehand. No testimonials, no experience. Every single person who's making money was at that point where they closed their first deal. That's just the way it goes. So you need to realize that if they can do it, if I can do it, you can do it. That's the first thing. Let's get that out of the way. Now when it comes to closing the deal, there's a few things that are important, right? Build trust. Huge. Talk with confidence, talk with conviction, build trust. People buy from those they know, like, and trust. And look, even if you don't have testimonials, if you're talking with absolute conviction about the processes, what you're going to do for this business, the results they can expect, how you're going to get it for them, they're going to see that, hey, maybe this person does actually know what they're doing. They're probably not even going to ask for testimonials. People don't ask for testimonials unless they don't have trust built. And so in that situation, talk with confidence. I guarantee you, I'm just going to kind of tell you, this is how I talk to businesses when I'm talking about our onboarding process, right? So let's say they're like, okay, so what are the next steps? What can I expect throughout this process? How do you guys go about it? If I talk very timid and I'm like, yeah, so after this, I'm going to send you the agreement and you're going to sign that. You're going to complete the payment, and then we will start doing the build. He's going to be like, damn, who is this guy? Do you have testimonials? Like, can I see what kind of businesses you've worked with? But if he says, hey, so what does your process look like? And I answer with confidence and conviction, and I'm like, yeah, John, so as soon as we get off this call here and you've completed the payment and the agreement, you're going to receive a quick email. Inside of this email, there's going to be a couple steps just telling you what to do right away, but you'll see a link for an onboarding form. That's very, very important to complete, because that's how our team gets all the information from you about what to put into your AI agent and how to build it. And so you're going to fill out this form. It's just a lot of things it's a pretty extensive form. We need all of that to know how to go about the build. And at the end of that form, right before you submit it, you'll book a quick call with our solutions engineer. When you submit this form, that information will also get sent to our engineer. He's going to look over it, make sure all looks good, and he's going to hop on this call with you. 15, 20-minute call max, just to go over all the information, make sure it's all accurate, looks good, and that you can give him access to any systems or CRMs you might need to integrate with. Then we're going to start the build. We'll tell you it'll be about 7 days or so, and we'll be building it, we'll be integrating it, we'll be testing the absolute crap out of it. We're going to be sending you recordings of the AI to make sure you're happy with it, that you approve of everything. And then when that's all good and you're thinking it's ready to go, we're going to hop on a final call. This will be at the very end. We call this the launch call. Make sure do any final testing, try to break the AI, make sure you love what you see, and then we roll it out and we start bringing you through the appointments like we promised. If I talk like that to a business owner, you think he's going to wonder, you think he's going to be sitting there thinking, oh, this guy maybe doesn't know what he's doing. No, he's going to be like, damn, this guy's probably done this so many times. He has a whole system built out. He knows exactly what the whole process is going to look like. He's going to be thinking, damn, these guys know what they're doing. Then I will pay them 10 grand. But if you're talking all timid, all scared, they're not going to take you seriously. That's why confidence and conviction is huge. When we started, even before I had no knowledge on AI, how to go about the process, anything, I just told myself I'm going to talk with conviction. I'm going to sound like I know what I'm doing until I get to the point where I really do know what I'm doing. And so you got to take a similar approach, because how else are you going to learn unless you can close these clients and build and fulfill for them, right? And so building trust is huge, conviction, everything. Because again, it's how you frame it. You're not selling AI. This is very important. This is something I'd write down if you're taking notes or anything. You're not selling AI. You're not selling a bot. You're not selling an AI caller. You're not selling an appointment booker. You're selling a transformation. Nobody cares about what you're actually selling them. People care about what the result is going to be from what you're selling them. Am I selling you an AI bot that can book appointments, or am I selling you a solution that can make it so that you never need to dial another phone again? You can get back those hours you've been putting into appointment booking yourself, and you can start doing more beneficial things for the business. Well, having this AI solution completely replace that part of the business for you will bring you through even more appointments than you're getting right now. That's what I'm selling. I'm not selling a bot. I'm not selling a appointment booker. I'm selling something that can get you your time back and make you more money and help you scale the business quicker than you ever could before. That's how you frame it for a business. And again, that's a pretty vague, kind of framing, because you need to get more specifics from the business, of course, for what they're looking to use it for. But you're not selling a bot. You're not selling an agent. You're selling a transformation, a revenue generating AI solution for this business. Always think about it like that. You're selling the outcome, the transformation, not the features, not not a bot. You're selling what it can do for the business and how it can change their lives. So keep that in mind. And again, guys, I know I'm hammering a ridiculous amount of stuff at you right now, but if you take all this in, you'll be in a very good position. And then you build testimonials as you get results, because testimonials do help you. You don't need testimonials to close deals, but they do help for sure. The business asks you, hey, do you have any testimonials? And you can say you have 5, 10 testimonials of clients that have done very well with what you're offering this business. Yeah, it helps you. It's not necessary, but it does help. So you build testimonials. Then eventually you start raising prices and all that sort of stuff. You start bringing more cash in per client. And there we go. So that's the client acquisition process right there. And look, I know I'm throwing a lot at you. I respect the fact that you guys are still sitting here taking all this information in, because it is a lot. So now you close these deals, right? Even if you have no testimonials, you have no experience, you've now closed these deals. Let's go check out the pyramid one more time. Deal closed. Now it's about fulfillment and then repeating this whole process, right? So when it comes to fulfillment, there's a few different ways you can deliver AI solutions, all right? So let's get over here. There's a few different ways, couple different paths you can follow here. All of them having their pros and cons, all right? So number one is you can learn to do it yourself. Very straightforward, learn to do it yourself. What are the pros and cons of learning to do it yourself? One is you learn the tools, you build the bots, and you wire it all together, right? So first pro is you keep all the money. Your margins will be almost 95, 100% other than ads, because you're not paying anybody to do the build for you. That's a pro, right? More money. You'll learn the tech. It's not easy to learn the tech for these complex builds, but if you put enough time in, you will learn the tech, and you'll be in a position where you can do fulfillments. Again, it's not as simple as that. It's easier said than done. But number three is you're in full control. You have nobody that needs to report to you on the builds. You're doing it entirely yourself. The cons, though, however, in my opinion, massively outweigh the pros. It's very time consuming. It's not scalable at all. And you'll get stuck on advanced builds, kind of like I said there. But it's good for your first few clients. Not for scaling, but good for the first few. So that's path number one. Number two is hire freelancers. Cost-effective and flexible work, but time-consuming, because you got to manage them. Now, number two, outsource to Fiverr or Upwork. Very, very straightforward. Let's head over to Fiverr. Hopefully it doesn't make me log in, because I don't know if I have an account, but let's just explore maybe. All right, this is going to make me sign in here. Let's just explore. All right, that's a super weird pop-up there. So Fiverr, let's maybe check out Upwork then. Because nonetheless, you can go on here, you can search up for developers, you can search up for AI solutions engineers. That's probably a thing now on Fiverr as well. And you can go on here and you can just find people, right? Development in IT, simple. Click that. Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to go through this whole thing there, but you can go on here. You can find people. It's not much, $300 to maybe $1,500 max for a build. You charge 10K. You're very good margins. So, but what are the pros and cons? Pros, it's cheap, very cheap. Two, it's simple for basic tasks. You can have, somebody in Pakistan, India, Eastern Europe, where the dollar over there goes very far. You can get them for very cheap. They're happy with it because for them, it's a lot of money. For you, it's not. Win-win, they get the build done for you. Cons, though, inconsistent quality, no accountability because you can't really communicate with them very easily. They can disappear mid-project if they really want to, and they don't think strategically. They just build exactly what you tell them to, which, as you scale, is a bit not ideal. You don't want to be babysitting freelancers when clients are paying you 10K. That's the biggest thing with this. Number three is, in my opinion, the best when you use an agency. Somebody you can actually rely on. They're fast scaling without in-house hiring, but less control and reliance on agency reliability. Use a specialized dev team. Simple as that, right? So let AI engineers plus automation experts handle fulfillment for you. This is what we do for our partners. We do fulfillment for them. Pros, fast professional builds, no tech skills required. You focus on sales and scale. Let the experts do the delivery. That's what we do for our partners. Cons, there's not really any cons. There's really not. It's very, very easy. I guess the only con would be you pay them, right? You pay them. Usually we ask for 10% of the deal. That's it. Our team will do the entire fulfillment for you. You pay us 10% of the deal. You profit 90%. You just sit back, let us do it. That's what we do. Keep your margins high, fulfillment smooth, easy process. You sell the vision. We build the machine behind it. So that right there is the main aspect of the fulfillment, right? And so fulfillment, you want to have a full process in place, right? And so I can break down right here what our process looks like in terms of the AI agency side of things. And so let me pull this up and I'll actually walk you guys through what our entire fulfillment process looks like here. All right, here we go. So I'm going to break you down super quick the whole onboarding process. This is what we do. This is kind of what I spat off there when I told you to speak with confidence to businesses. This is the process I was walking through. So first, they sign, they pay, whether it's a Stripe link, this form here, whatever it is. For us, this form here triggers the Zap. And so this is actually the process for our partners. So when our partners close a deal, this is what happens. They fill out this here, they pay us the 10%, and that triggers an email to get sent to them. This is the email they get. It gives them a couple steps and tells them to pass this form to their client. This is the form that we have our end user clients fill out. And this is what it looks like. It's the onboarding form, their name, email, all the information we need about their business, the build, they create their account inside of our software. They drop a Q&A doc with frequently asked questions, objections that their business usually gets so that we can give that information to the AI to handle. And then a script that they're currently using that might be working well because that gives us a good idea of what kind of structure to follow with the AI, how many follow-ups they want the AI to have, what type of agents did they purchase, more information about their business, just everything we can possibly get about them. And then they book their onboarding call. That's with our solutions engineer. Then when they submit this form, as you can see, all this information gets sent to our solutions engineer in Discord and into a Google Sheet so we can track it. It pings our solutions engineer, letting them know a partner has submitted a done-for-you fulfillment form. Then they have the call with the client. Then they start the build, building the agent, integrating the agent, setting up the follow-up sequences, the triggers to have the AI call, the webhooks, the post-call outcomes, the pre-call outcomes, whatever it may be, everything needed. Then after that's done, we hop on another call with the client, we launch the AI, and then you have a smooth onboarding, a happy client, and a ton of referrals and endless money, really. The onboarding process is very, very important. It's the first real interaction a client's having with you after they become a client. Everything else was before, right? Before they actually paid you. So it's very important that you give them a great first impression working with you. Because just a little analogy I like to use is imagine you go to a restaurant. You get there and first thing you do is you're waiting at the front for 30 minutes. The waiter finally sits you down and then takes another 10 minutes to get you water even. Doesn't even matter how good the food is after, right? You've been there for so long. The service has been terrible. You're not coming back to this place, even if the food is amazing. But if you get to a place, the food is mid. Let's say it's a 6, 7 out of 10 food place, average pub type of thing. But you get there, the waiter's having a good time, making you laugh, seating you right away, bringing you water right off the bat, topping up your water every time it gets empty, bringing you drinks very quickly, food quickly. The food doesn't need to be that good. You're having a great time. You're going to come back. It's the same thing with an agent, with your onboarding process, right? The onboarding process is equal to that first bit when you get to a restaurant with a waiter, how quickly they get you your water, all that sort of stuff. It's the first impression. It's very, very important. So that's why I'm following that process there makes it much, much more seamless and much smoother. So guys, I know we covered a lot here, but this is the process you want to follow. Everything inside of the AI agency success pyramid here is what you need to be implementing. And now you set up, now you repeat that whole process, right? For every client you close, you set up systems and automations to be able to do that for you, which makes it a lot easier. You start hiring people, you start doing all of this sort of stuff. And this is how you're able to start and scale your agency in a way that can help you really start printing good amounts of money. And so this is exactly what we did to be able to get to the point where we've done now over $500,000 selling AI. This is how you can do the same. As you can see, we did 6,000 yesterday. We've got about 25,000 here in payouts waiting to get sent to our bank account. And so this is exactly how you can do this as well by following the AI agency success pyramid and everything I showed in this video. If you didn't understand all of that, or maybe I went too fast, go through, slow it down a little bit, watch it all again. And if you do want to work with us and you're kind of looking to book a call and potentially have us do all of this for you and help you with all this hands-on, my entire team, click the link below and you can book a call with us. We'll speak to you whenever you book within the next couple days. We'll be able to see if we can really help you get to where you want to go. But if you follow everything in this video, you'll be able to do it yourself. I have no doubt. So I hope this helped you a lot. There's going to be a video pop up right here, which is going to give you some even more information and kind of break down what the whole process looks like when you do work with us. If you want to check that out, go for it. I have a ton of other videos showing how to set up the ad campaigns, how to build the nurturing sequences, the funnels, all that sort of stuff. You can take a look on my channel if you want to get more value in that regard. But my job here is to help you start and scale your agency, help you get to that 10K, 20K, 50K a month mark. And this is how we do it. So have a good one, guys.